Hello friends! Today I want to show you how to make a big burlap ribbon. So we're going to be using 5.5-inch wide burlap. I've pre-cut my pieces and these are the things that you're going to need for this. You're going to want to have your hot glue gun on and ready. I like to also use a nice floral stay or sometimes they're called a stem wire. I'm going to use this to hold my bow together. We have a 5-foot piece of wide burlap. This is going to be the base of our bow. Then we're going to use a 2-foot piece of burlap for the accent portion of our bow. And then I also have a little 6-inch piece. So this is the same exact piece as this. It's 6 inches long. And we're gonna fold this in half. This is gonna be the very middle of our bow. So, with this folded in half, I like to use a little bit of hot glue and start by just gluing this into a little piece that's gonna stay. So we're just gonna add a tiny little bit right here on the corner and kind of in the middle. And I like to push it down with the tip of my glue gun so that I don't burn my fingers, because the burlap tends to have a lot of holes in it. That's all we need to do with that. Just glue it together so that it's a strip, okay? Now, we're gonna take our 5.5-foot piece of ribbon and we're gonna start with that. This little two-foot piece can go to the side. This can go up out of our way. We're gonna take this 5-foot piece of ribbon and we're gonna fold it. We're gonna find the middle of it, about there, and we're gonna fold this over and let it kind of cross. And then I'm gonna take the other end, and I'm actually gonna cross it over the top. Okay? Just like that. Just fold the ends over and kind of let them lay wherever it is they're gonna lay. Doesn't have to be perfect at this point. Now, we're gonna take our shorter piece. This is 2 feet. And we're gonna fold it into a circle. And I'm gonna put the crease, the open ends in the middle of my bow. So the open ends are right here. And this is just gonna sit together on top like this. I kind of like the spacing. You can pull this out a little wider and have shorter tails, or you can pull it in a little tighter and have it almost match your accent piece. That's up to you. There's no right or wrong. It's just individual style on these kinds of things. I'm gonna pull it just a little bit. I like it to show just a tiny bit up and above I like the color to show out from under my accent. Okay? We've got an X and then a piece in the middle. Now I'm gonna get ready with this little wire stay here. So I've got my wire stay and I've got my pieces. I'm gonna take the middle portion of this bow and I'm just gonna fold it together. Again, it's one of those things, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it might take you a little bit of practice to try and kind of get how we're gonna fold this. I like to kind of gather my edges under and let the middle poof up just a little bit and just kind of fold it back and forth a little bit. Okay? All I did was gather the middle in, and I'm pinching it with one hand. Now I'm gonna take my little wire here and I'm gonna wrap this around and I'm gonna lay it down and pull it tight and just twist it like this. Okay, just twist. Now my wire, I'm gonna fold it long ways along the bow loops. That's a little bit important in just a minute when we put that middle piece on. Okay, so that's all I did. I just twisted it together. Look how cute that is already. You could totally leave it like this, but for the little finishing touch, one of the things I like to do is to take this center piece and we're just gonna fold it around. And little things like right here, I'm gonna make sure that my bow is kind of leaning forward when I wrap this instead of pushed backwards. I'm going to take the middle portion here and kind of tuck that tail and kind of tuck that tail and just fold it around. Okay. Now, what's cool is that in the back, we already have our little wire stays pointed out to the sides. So now that's not in the way when we glue this down. When I glue it, I like to make sure that my seam is definitely going to be in the back of the bow. So I'm going to throw a little bit of glue here on the bottom to attach it here. And I'm going to fold this down. And then I'm going to pull the bottom up. And I'm going to throw a little bit more glue. Oh man, I'm almost out of glue. See, I should have been prepared. I'm going to just push that glue along there. Doesn't take a lot. And we're going to fold that down. Just like that. Now I'm probably going to come back along here in a few minutes and get a little more glue in my glue gun and just really finish attaching that down. It'll stay for now, but just so you're aware, I will fix that up a little bit better later with a little extra glue so that it's slightly smoother. But that's all we did. That's it. Okay. Again, because this is a really cute bow, you can leave the tails the way they are. You could cut a V in them, or you could cut them straight. However you want to do the tails on your bows is fine. And I see I've got a little piece here because this is an end. I might trim that up later. But basically, this is a finished bow. Did not take very long at all. Little cute burlap bow. Some of these wreaths, I like to put the bows on or in the middle and then put stuff on the sides. Obviously, that doesn't really work for this beautiful wreath. But this is a style of bow that you can totally make and dress up a lot of really neat crafts with this. 5.5-inch wide burlap bow. Okay. Remember, we took one 5-foot piece. That's my teal piece that was the base of this bow. We had a 2-foot piece that's the center of this bow. And then we had a small 6-inch piece that created the center. The only other things I used was a hot glue gun and a wire floral stay. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.